This conference will now be recorded.
So, right, good morning. Last session we started discussing about variables, right? So, finally, tell me what is a variable? Variable is a sweet box inside. We can save some sweets. How many number of sweets? Right, maybe the quantity based on the container. We can save some values. Okay, right. Right. Finally, how can we declare the variables by using var, let, or const. Anyone we can use. But what is the difference? When can I go for let and when can I go for var? When can I go for const? We will see them, right? Okay. And one more thing. Yesterday I showed you some variable declarations, right? Var x equal to 10 and let username equal to something called hello. I taken and const city equal to HYD. I'm taking like this. So I have different variables. Of course, here you can take not only a number, the value of a variable may be a number, maybe a string, maybe a boolean. What is a boolean? Boolean means what? Let I'm taking one variable called status equal to true or false. So, but in place of let, you can take var also, no problem. But most of the cases, we will go with the let or var. But when I can go for const keyword, that also we have to see. Const keyword means what? Constant means what is the meaning of constant? Fixed value. But the value of the variable will never change forever. That is fixed value, fixed deposit, like fixed value. But if it is a variable, value may change, value may not change. Let variable also. Using let, using var. If we can create any variable, that variable value we can change. But if we can create a variable with a const, we cannot change them. Throughout the program, value is fixed forever. Even if you try to change this, this will give you an error. You cannot change the value because it's a constant. Within the entire program, constant means there should be only fixed value. If you can create a variable with using let or var, that value we can change. We can increment, we can decrement, whatever you want, you can do. But the const values we will never change. It's not possible to change the constant values. Okay. So okay, let us come to the code as well. So I written some points yesterday. It's 11 a.m. 11 a.m. right? JavaScript. Maybe variables is a file I created yesterday. How to print the data right now by using document dot write is a method, right? These are the variables we created yesterday, and this is the printing statement we used. Of course, we can use alert also for printing the value. But what is alert here? Alert will just come and on click the close button, it will gone. But I want to display the value permanently on the screen, and you can use document write. See the difference. If I write document write, if I write alert, alert means just give you information. On click the OK button, it will closes. But we such a kind of notifications. You on submit, username required, payment is required, payment number is required, credit card number is required. Without that, how do we do a payment? Such a context flow, we will go for alert. Alert will tell you the information. On close alert, it will gone. But if you can print it, this message will always be available on the screen. We don't want to do anything. This is always available on the screen to you. Okay, right. Okay, and these are the some variables declarations examples we seen, and what it is called declared, and what it is called defined. Defined, declared. Variables are declared, variables are defined. Yes, we will say like this, right? Rules and regulations we have to follow for creating the variables. Rules and regulations to create variables. To create variables. These rules are same in every programming language. There is no change. These rules are same in every programming language. A variable name should starts with should not. A variable name should never starts with should never starts with a number. Never starts with a number. Variable name should never start with a number. But it may contains number or may ends with a number. Ends with a number. What it should be, variable name should never start with a number. But variable name may ends with a number or variable name may contain number. I mean, tell me, by seeing this point, I am writing two variables like one to username equal to RA, all of you, right? Or let. So I'm taking let or var. Anyone you can take it, no problem. Let user one to name equal to RA. So let I'm taking username one to equal to RA. What is the valid variable in these three? Second and first one, not a valid variable. Why it is not a valid variable? Because it starts with a number, but it may contains number, it may ends with a number. So this is a strict rule. So this is what invalid. Write this point. Invalid. These are all what valid variables. This is also valid. This is also valid. Even if you can take it, it doesn't execute the code. It will show you error. It doesn't show you anything. I will show you some practical situations. Don't worry about it. Okay. So who joined? All of you mute the headset. Online people. So mute. Yeah. One to username one to. So which one is valid? Which one is not valid? Okay, now right. Next second case. This is case one. Right. Next one is going to be a variable name should never starts with special characters except except underscore and dollar underscore and dollar. Okay. By seeing this point, let me give you an example where @username equal to JavaScript. I'm writing where color username. I'm writing again JavaScript where hash username equal to something. Don't worry about the values. Where underscore user underscore name equal to something. Where underscore first name first name. This is going to be, I'm writing like this. You know, right. So in this, which one is valid? Which one is invalid? Okay, I want to write one more example. Wait for a second. Where underscore first name equal to tell me please. So line number 76, valid or invalid? Invalid. But it is going to be invalid. Okay, line number 78. Invalid. Sorry? Valid. Variable name can start with except. Right. What it is going to be? Invalid. All right. What is this variable? Valid. Very good. Valid. What about this? Sorry. Valid. Very good. What about this? Valid. Okay. So I'm writing valid. You said all valid. I will write there. I will write in a file. Let me check each and every case. If I write this, what happens? Generally, we will do some mistakes while typing something, while writing something. We'll do some mistakes. What is that problem we should know now? That's why I'm telling you. These are some rules and regulations you should must and should follow. Right. Let us go to the file. This is the file. Okay. Right. So let me keep this all in comment. Let us take one variable quickly. We will try this. Let us see. One to username equal to, this is going to be RA prompt. Okay, right. I'm printing document dot write write also. So first of all, you don't need to write document, right? Why? Because first you run this file. If you can run this file in the browser window, press F12, you see in the console you have an error now. See, always remember, if you are seeing this, we cannot understand anything in JavaScript. While practicing JavaScript, it's always important. Right click, inspect, open the console, not elements, open the console. All the JavaScript errors, some people will say, sir, I written everything correct, no output, sir. Check the console. If you have any error, that error will show you in the console only. JavaScript errors doesn't show you on the output. They will be always come under the console. This is what console, not in the elements. This is elements, not in the elements. Click the next tab is going to be console. Here in the console, we will see all the errors. If I click this, it will tell you where the error is also. For example, I'm clicking on click this. You see variables HTML13. Click this. You see it is taking me to the error also. Where it is taking the error exactly? Line number 13. Like this also we can understand where exactly the error is in JavaScript. In which line error? Many of the people doesn't have patience to read the error message. I am not getting output. I am not getting output. Why you are not getting output, Dante? You have to check that by sitting patiently, read the error message carefully. Why we are not getting output? Why we are not getting the output? You will get the things clear, right? Right. So this is the thing, the problem. So I am writing this, right, like this username. Do you have any error? No error. So that is a valid variable. Now I am writing this is going to be username 1 2. Is it valid? Yep. Just refresh. If you got error, invalid. So now username user 1 2 name I'm taking. Is it valid or invalid? Definitely invalid. Definitely it's going to be invalid. So same way I'm writing underscore username. Valid? Definitely it's going to be valid. So and this is going to be underscore username. Is it valid? Definitely it's going to be valid. And can I use other symbol here? Huh? Valid or invalid? But somebody said valid. Uh, what is practical? This is called practical. Understand? Try different cases. If you can start with the different cases, you will understand what is valid, what is invalid. If I'm not discussing this, simply I asked you to write a valid or invalid, and you everybody writing valid, invalid. But what is valid, what is invalid, we should understand. But here I written like this, right? Sorry, what I written? Yeah, I'm writing underscore username. Is it valid? This is valid. Underscore is acceptable thing in the variable names. No problem. You are getting output. So can I use a hash symbol here in front of in the variable name hash? Now I'm trying. This is also an error. So can I use dollar symbol here? It's a no. I don't know. But it is valid. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just I'm playing a trial and error with you. Valid or invalid, I don't know. Just I'm doing this. Okay, I'm not getting any error. So what I have to conclude? Oh, this is also valid. Okay, we can write a variable like this also. We have to consider like this. Okay, right, chilo. So this is going to be fine. Dollar symbol, underscore symbol we can use. Except other symbols we cannot use. Okay, right. Very nice. This is going to be fine. User underscore name valid? Valid. So do you have any error? No error. User hyphen name valid or invalid? Invalid. In or valid? Invalid. Okay, invalid. There is no hyphen symbol. Not only in this, any programming language, in between the variable names, you cannot use a hyphen symbol. Okay, right. Hyphen symbols are not acceptable. User, like this I'm writing. User UN, is it valid? 100% valid. 100% valid. What are the rules you have to follow? Those rules I told you, right? No space, no something is there, no? Right? Uppercase, lowercase, all we can take, no problem. Uppercase, lowercase, everything we can take it. It's not a big deal at all. Okay, right. So all these are what? Valid variable declarations only. And okay, one more point. Let us come here now. Tell me this variable user space name, is it valid? User underscore name is valid. User hyphen name is invalid. User space name is valid? Invalid. There should no spaces, no hyphen. This is also invalid. That means what? It is considering like a two variables. A variable should have one name only, but it is look like two names for a single value. So it is an ambiguity. Definitely it is not. So let's write the third point also. A variable name, a variable name should never contains hyphens and spaces. What is it? Invalid or valid? User hyphen name also user underscore name valid. Like this. Sometimes they will ask you multiple choice questions. Find the invalid variable in the below list. Find the invalid variable declaration in the below. I mean, it's all about when you guys are practicing, do like this, do like that. What is the output? This kind of observation is required. By just copying my notes, practicing my notes doesn't help you much, doesn't give you much knowledge. So if you can try with the different scenarios, definitely you will get more idea. That's the way you have to do it. Okay, now right, fine. Hmm. So now then I'm coming to the variable again. Yeah, user name. I want to print the name. Document right, username. I have one more statement, guys. Here, console.log username. Okay, where output will come in the browser. So I written two times. Remember carefully. Refresh the page. You are getting RAM Rama. In the console also you are getting. You see, this is console. Console.log in a sense. Print my message in the console, not on the browser window. Where is the console? Alright, so right now you are getting only this is because this is coming because of document right. But where is console.log is printing? Console.log is printing always in the console only. Console.log will print in the console. Of course, we can use console also for printing, but console will display always in the browser console, not on the browser. But who know console as a developer? You know, and I. But whatever the end user, if you are printing something in the console success, for example, he is creating an account. I am displaying successful message in the console, and who will see? Right? That's not correct, na? Right? Console is only for development purpose only. As a developer, we can use the console. Don't bother about the console right now. So just you can see this. Right? These are the rules and regulations that we need to follow while declaring variables. Okay. Right. Okay. Now we will see the differences of let var const, right? Let us see the difference. Okay, one more point I want to cover here. Okay, try to see guys here. Username. I'm taking one more is going to be var first name equal to something. I taken something. Okay, I want to print the first name. I'm printing the first name. What is the output? What is output? Sorry, error anta. Error output. Sorry, error or output. Why error?
Because name had first name and
How you created the variable? First name, F capital, N capital. But how you are accessing with all lowercase letters? Is it okay? Right. If I error, reference error, first name is not defined. What is defined? Capital F, capital N is defined, but not small letters first name is not defined. Yes, sir. So that what you understand, variables are case sensitive at the point also. Variables are case sensitive. In which case you define, the same case you have to access them. variables are case sensitive. Right. So let's go there. This is the point. Yeah, fine. Now I want to go for, let us see now, let where constraints. Okay, right. Where x is equal to 10. Okay, some scenarios we will see where y equal to 10, where that is equal to 10. Okay, where sum equal to x plus y plus z. We can write like this. What is the plus operator? For summing, right? After summing these, I want to print the value. Document dot write. What's the value of the sum? Yeah, I'm printing the sum. Now you will get the output. Can you see the output? 30. Output is going to be 30. See, all the three variables are var. Of course, this is also var. Can we take let here? No, you can take let also, no problem. But, sir, why I have to write these many times var? Can I write only one time? Yes, we can do. How do we do? See, the same three variables I want to write like this also. Shortcut. Some people will write like this also. Var x is equal to 10, comma y equal to 10, comma z is equal to 10. Semicolon last. This is also valid. So all are comma separated, var x, var y, var z, and this is equivalent to this is also. And one more thing, all the variables are having same value. No? All the variables are having same value. Then if they are having same value, see this carefully, guys. Var x is equal to y equal to z equal to 10. Can I write like this? I'm writing this. So now if we can run the file, do we have any error? No error. Output is still 13. See, when I can go for this syntax, if everything has same value. If all the values are having different values, then what you can do, for example, this is 10, this is going to be 20, this is going to be 30 means, then you have to take this way only. There is no other solution. This way only you have to take it. If you think that these variables are going to be same value, 5, 6 variables, then you can write like this also. This is pure real-time situations. No one will tell us in the basic sessions because we are working, so we will use like this only in the real time. If the variables are having same value, we will do this way. We will do this way. Actually, we have to do something. Discount equal to 0, total equal to 0, grand total equal to 0, and total price equal to 0, tax is equal to 0. Initially, at the time of loading, we will do like this. So nothing but you have cart application, right? E-commerce application we have cart. Initially, we'll take some variable. Let the tax tax is equal to discount discount equal to total equal to total equal to, we'll write initially 0 like this. We'll do like this actually. But I taken some variables like xyz, not only xyz. You can take the variables like this also, no problem. Grand total, and what is the meaning of it? Tax value 0, discount value 0, total value 0, grand total value also 0. That's the meaning of it. Otherwise, what you can do, let a total equal to 0, let a grand total equal to 0, let a discount equal to 0, let tax equal to 0. Like this, we have tried 4 times let, or where, something you have tried it. Okay, so this is a way of declaring variables in a shortcut way when they are having different value. In place of, you can write let also, no problem. Let also we can write, const also we can write, no problem, right? So this is a way of working with this variable. But I have one doubt. If I can go for const, what is the output? If I can run the file, can I get the output? Yes or not, right? You are getting output. Or you can go for let. If I can go for let, will you get the output? Definitely same thing. You can go for var also. Of course, what I'm telling you, in declaring variables, you can use either let, var, const, anyone you can use it. But when to use let, var, and when to use const, we should understand. But most of the cases, if you can think, this value is fixed. I don't want to change this value forever. If you can think such a way, then you will go for const. Otherwise, you go either let or var, no problem. Anyone you can take it, but there is some little differences that we will see in the right now the situation, right? Okay. Now this is the way, guys. Here, just remember this way, and we can declare the variables like this also. Some space also we can provide, no problem. This is also a valid variable declaration. Also a valid variable declaration. This is going to be we are summing simply. Okay, of course we can do like this. When we can do like this, if they are having different values, but all the variables are let or var, anything. So but they are having different values, in the sense we can do comma separate like this also. Okay, don't forget this. These syntaxes you will definitely see in the real time. Right, now I just want to go with another way. See, I'm writing x is equal to 10. I'm doing, I'm not using let or var or const in front of it. Directly x is equal to 10. If I can print document right, will it work or not? Sir, or not? Now we're refreshing. So I'm refreshing. So it is working. We are getting output call 10. What is the value of x here? We have 10. Sir, how it will work by without saying let or var or const is working? Is it okay now? Right, it will okay. So here there is a concept called hoisting. There is a concept called hoisting. Hoisting is a concept. This is actually undeclared variable. We are not using var or let or something to declare it. Undeclared variables will move to the top of the scope automatically, and by default scope is going to be var scope. Okay, even if you are not mentioning anything in front of it, this is going to be var. This is going to be var. So one question in interview, var x. What I am doing? First I defined. After defining, I am declaring. Generally, what we have to do first, you have to declare. After that, you have to define. But I am doing what here? First, I am defining. After that, I am declaring. Is it okay? Now you see. Now this is also valid. Why? Because internal mechanism of JavaScript is what? Hoisting. This will move the variable to the top of the scope automatically. Undeclared. All the undeclared variables will move to the top of the scope automatically. That is the default behavior of the JavaScript. We don't bother about it. But it is a letter. It doesn't work. Doesn't work in let context. It doesn't work. Const also doesn't work. Now you see, this is an error. What is the error? Cannot access x before initialization. Initialization means what? Declaration. Okay? Without declaring a value, we cannot access the thing. Same for x also. You see, sorry, you go for const keyword also. Const also will have the same thing. It's also having the same thing. Initializer, missing initializer in a constant declaration. Some error we are getting. But before declaration, we can access. Right? If it is a right, without declaring variables. Right, let us write one point. The first point, differences wise, the first point we will see. Right, so without declaring, otherwise with one minute. Let's write this point also. Let and const variables are not accessible let and const variables are not accessible before its initialization. Point is clear. Whereas var variables accessible before initialization. Before initialization. Are not accessible. What are not accessible? Let const are not accessible. Okay, without declaring, you cannot access them. But if it is a var variable, we can access them. We can access them. The first difference of the let var const. You know? So before initialization, okay, without declaration, you cannot access them. Let the const. Of, I mean, if it is a var, no problem. So before initialization, also we can access it. Right. Next point. The output. Error? Hmm? What's the output of the program? Already 300. There is no error. Why there is no error? Existing value. All variable names are what accept. But in one variable, how many values I can save? One value only I can save. One variable can save one value. So obviously x value 100, 100 overrides with the 200. This 200 overrides with the 300 because script is line by line execution. At the time of line number 13, x saved 100. At the time of 14, line number 14 execution, 100 replaced with 200. At the time of 15th line execution, 200 replaced with 300. Finally, in x, what are you having? 300. So value 300 only will be printed. Now, if you can check it now, you will get the value called 300. Okay, na? Right. So this is called redeclaration. Same variable you are redeclaring. Okay. Now I want to do like let. What's the output? It's not possible. Why it is not possible? Identifier x has already been declared. Okay. By using let keyword, let is in the strict mode. Strict in the sense what? Same variable. Na? What is the variable name x? Then why should I declare 3 times? Declare only one time. But in a var context, you can declare multiple times. But in the let context, you can declare only one time. Same for const also. You see, const also you will have the same thing. Const, right? Now you see, this is also the same kind of error. So if we can refresh, same kind of error, no change, right? So but var context, no problem, right? So we can declare a variable. We can declare a variable using. We can redeclare. Sorry, right at the point. Redeclare. We can redeclare a variable using var keyword multiple times. We can redeclare the same variable, right? Same variable using var keyword multiple times. Whereas using let and const, we cannot redeclare. We cannot redeclare the same variable multiple times. Second point. This theory only for interview questions. Don't worry, you can use any one of the variable, no problem, right? Only for interview questions you have right. This is the We cannot redeclare the same variable using. Oh, we can redeclare. First one, what? We can redeclare the same variable using var keyword multiple times. Whereas using let and const, we cannot. Where is the not and the? Huh? We forget that. Add the not. We cannot redeclare the same variable multiple times. Okay, now I forget to add the not. That is, if there is no not statement, there is no meaning of the sentence. Okay, right. Done. Now let's move for another one. Okay, try to see. Where x is equal to 100, let x is equal to 100 or 200. Now tell me please, what is the output? What is the output? This time also you have error. Why? Because let, when you are declaring any variable with a let or const, first it will check is this variable is already declared by anybody or not. Already declared by var keyword na, so it is going to give you error. Now if you can refresh, it is still error, right? So maybe some people will think this is a valid, not valid. Remember, if you are using let some variable name, right? First let keyword will verify is there any person declared the variable x. Already var declared the variable x with the same name. So again, let cannot create it. Of course, const also cannot create it. Okay, na? Same situation. That means what? Same variable we cannot redeclare using let and const. But using var we can. But if we can write var, this is valid. Why? Because var is acceptable thing, but not let. Okay, right. Right. Okay. Now let's move here. What it is called? All of you. What it is called? Curly brackets. Very good. Curly brackets. Programmatically, what we will call them? Very good. Declaration block. Declaration block or block of code. Block of code or declaration block. Okay. Right. You see, I'm declaring a variable. Let x is equal to 100. Okay, now. Right. Where that is equal to 200. Where okay, finally const y is equal to 400. I take it. I take in the variables. Document write off. I'm writing z. What's the output? Z is what? Var. So I'm trying to access the value z. If I refresh, what's the output you are getting? 200. So now the same way, I'm trying to access the x value. What's the output? What's the output? 100. Error. X is not defined. Obviously, what is y value? Y value is also same na. Y value is also same. X value is also the same. Remember, let and const where they are inside block. They are inside the block. If you declare a variable inside a block using let and const, we cannot access them outside. What we cannot? We cannot access them outside. Why? Because let and const are block scoped variables. Block scope means if the variables are inside a block, we cannot access them outside. We cannot access them outside. Okay, right. So, but where is a global scoped variable? It's a global scoped variable means that a var variable we can access maybe inside you created, but we can access outside also. No problem. But the only thing is what? Const and let or what? Block scoped variables. Write the point. One more point. Let and const are block scoped variables. We cannot access them outside a block. Outside of a block. Outside of a block. Let and const are block scoped variables. We cannot access them outside of a block. We cannot access them outside of a block. Whereas var is a global scope variable. We can access them outside also. We can access them outside. outside also, outside of a block also, outside of a block also. What are block scoped? Let and const are block scoped. Means that they are available inside the block only. We cannot access them outside of a block. Read this. If you can read this example for this point, it will be meaningful. Y is what? Y is error. Error. So what is then X is going to be error. What is Z? No error. Output will be come to you. Write this also. Block scoped means because X and Y are block scoped, they are defined inside the block only. We cannot access them outside. But whereas Z is a global scope, even though if it is declared inside a block, we can access it outside also. We can access it outside also. Then right, these are the differences of the variables let, where, const. Mostly we will go for let and where. Of course, const also. What is the meaning of constant? Right, right. What is a constant? What is a constant? What is a variable? A variable is a container. The value of a variable may change, Okay, but a constant value will never change. A constant is a fixed value. The value of a constant will never change. The value of a constant will never change. Constant variables are declared using const keyword. Constant keyword. Like this. Can I change the variable value? Can we change a variable value? Yes, we can change. Vary. What is a variable? Tell me please, what is a variable? Vary. What is the meaning of varying? Varying means what? Changing, right? Changing. So that means what? Constant means fixed value. Variable means changeable. And the value, for example, initially you take a value 10. After that you can make 5. After you can make 100 also. No problem. Why? Because variable value may change during the program execution. A variable value may change during the program execution. But whereas a constant value will change, no way. Constant value will never change during the program execution. A variable value may change during the program execution, but constant value will never change. But write the point again, no problem. Constant value will never change. Constant value will never change. Yes. So this is all about the variables. And tomorrow we'll discuss about operators in JavaScript. Operators in JavaScript. Tell me, what are the operators? This is what? No. What I am asking you, what we can call all these things? In మొత్తాన్ని కలిపి ఏమనొచ్చు? A equal to A plus B or A equal to B plus C, something, whatever it may be, everything is going to be called what? Expression. What we will call? Expression. What is B and C called? Operands. What they are called? Operands. What plus is called? Operator. Operator. Between the two operands, we are applying an operator. What operator? Plus operator. And what it is called finally? All is going to be called expression. Expression is nothing but the combination of operands and operators. Okay, na? Right. So basic. This is not something. Expression. So everything is called what? Expression. Expression is a combination of operators. Operators and operands. A, B are called what? Sorry, C and B are called what? Operands. Plus is called operator. Right? Whatever it may be, multiplication or anything should be there, right? We will continue the same in tomorrow's session. Okay. So remember the word expression. What is an expression? Some calculation you do. For example, 10 plus 10 minus 20 plus 30. What we can call all these things? An expression. Expression means what? Combination of operators. Maybe one or two operators. Maybe one or two operands also. Right? That is called all what is going to be called expression. So inside 10, 20, 30 and 10, 10, 20, 30. What we will call them? 10, 10, 20, 30 called operands and plus minus are called operators. Okay, now it will be like this. We will see more about this in tomorrow's session. Right.